Landgrad Engineering Nigeria Limited is 40 and the Chairman Chief Executive Engineer Adewolu speaks on the company's success and the engineering sector. We have the focus. West African Royal Ceramics, a leading player in the manufacture of tiles and major building material range of products, opened the Lagos Mega Experience Showroom. Engineer Adekunle Moikuolu, NSC President, and that of NIOB, Builder Nduka were among the guests. We have a report. Inside Business Africa's brand of outstanding projects and leaders and IBCA award ceremony was held in Lagos, with Mazi Samo Habua speaking on the issue of corporate governance. Find out who got what. Plus, President of Farmers Association Nigeria speaks on Inside Business Africa about the association and the industry. This is Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. Hello, a very good day to you and thanks for joining us. My name is Kenneth Odushola Stevenson and this is Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. Thanks for joining us for this exciting journey into the world of business, finance and the economy. Like you may have heard on the highlight, later on the program we'll be talking about the important event that took place recently, the Inside Business Commendation Award and the Outstanding Projects and Leaders Award. A very important speaker, a notable Nigerian, had to speak on the issue of corporate governance, and we also had panel discussant on that particular event. But that will come right after this commercial break. Stay with Inside Business. We'll be right back.
In the construction and engineering sector, technology is evolving very fast, from strategy for selecting the best partner for the project to deploying the required equipment to site. And you know what? The future of construction automation continues to move forward with efforts like constructioneering, a process of managing and integrating survey, engineering, and construction data to streamline construction workflows and improve project delivery. Are you moving forward with the time and technology? Maybe yes, maybe no. Either way, CED Magazine delivers the current and the future information in engineering, construction, technology, oil and gas, and so much more. Want to know more about what CED Magazine delivers? Log on to www.cedmagazineng.com. Also, you can follow us on our various social media pages. You can also get your printed copy at various newsstands across the country. CED Magazine, reporting and analyzing the industry like no other.
Welcome back. It's still Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. Thanks for staying with us. I'm going to kick off the program today with our focus segment of the program. A very important organization in the engineering sector is 40, and the Chairman Chief Executive Engineer Adewolu will be talking with us about the journey so far. I mean, without wasting so much of your time, you know what the engineering sector is. The infrastructure sector employed over 60% of the labor force and is one of the driver of any economy. If it is working properly, for 40 years this establishment has been doing their own to contribute to the sector. Let me use this opportunity to welcome Engineer Adewolu to Inside Business Africa. Thank you again for joining us, sir.
Thank you very much.
Let me go straight to talk about it. 40 years on, it started off about 40 years ago. Can you give us very briefly and possibly some of the highlights of the last 40 years and the journey so far?
I will say, looking back 40 years, I will say it is even a miracle that we can survive these 40 years. Because when I left my last place of work in 1976, I initially joined with a friend who was sacked from his workplace to set up a company called Landlake Engineering and Industrial. He disappointed me because he had no investment in this new company. I gave him 40%. I took the 40%. We gave 10% to two of our friends, so that if there's any problem, they can mediate between us. He had a plot of land at Oshodi. And I told him, let us build this house for you, so that we can have something to use as collateral if you want to borrow money from the bank. He said he had no money. I said, look, don't worry, I can arrange money. I arranged money with some of my friends who are in the insurance business. And for 50,000, I was able to build him a duplex for 50,000. He knows nothing about building construction. I constructed the house, even to the extent that his children were asking whether I was the owner of the house or he was the owner. Because without realizing this, without telling you this background, yes, one will not be able to appreciate, what we have gone through. When he got his first rent on the house, he had the audacity to write me that he wanted to buy my shares in the company. And I told our secretary then, I said, let him put it on paper and sign it. Saying it is nothing, let him write it down and sign it. So he wrote it down and signed it. Fortunately, before the letter got to me, the letter got to my wife first, who was more or less the financier of this new company for both of us, because my friend had no kobo to contribute. My wife now went to him and told him, what is your investment in this company? Why are you people so ungrateful? We gave you 40% of the shares for having without contribution, without contributing a couple. Now you want to buy over our interest. Pack your load and get out of this office. And that was how the company ended. I'm telling you this story so that you will know where the problem of development starts in Nigeria. Lack of trust, lack of integrity, love of money. And no nation can grow alone without working together with other people. So no individual can also grow without working together with other people. They always say, if you want to go fast, go alone. But you want to go far, go with others. Nigerians have to learn to go with one another. It was not easy for us going alone for 40 years. But our experience in the previous company tuned us to a sort of life that says, I can't trust anybody. So that was how Lanlec now became Langrad. And Langrad is just a combination of my name, my wife's name, and my surname. So if we now have to start from the beginning, I will say that we started with nothing. And I mean nothing.
We know you are an engineer, so it will be foolhardy for me to be asking you what attracted you to the industry. But the most important thing is that we've also seen so many engineers gone into banking. We've seen so many engineers gone into other areas of the practice. So I may be wrong for asking you this question, but what's important is that we need to put it in proper perspective. What attracted you to this sector of the economy and the practice of engineering?
When I left secondary school in 1958, I 57. I wanted to enter Ibadan University. I took an exam to enter Ibadan University. I wanted to do physics, which I know can lead to engineering company. Was that I was admitted to do mathematics by Dr. Chito. Okay. I said, I don't want to be a lecturer. I want to be an engineer. So I came out from the department, I came to Lagos and was staying with some of my friends at Yaba area. We started work. When I got to Lagos,
Yes.
work was very easy there. You can work in one office today, leave them, go to another federal government. I first of all worked in the Ministry of Education. I didn't like it. So I moved to the Ministry of Establishment. Myself and several some people were sharing the same thing in that place. So after some time, I saw some advert at the Nigerian Post Authority. We applied and we were employed. We are the first set of Nigerians who have education that were employed by the Nigerian Post Authority. So when I saw, when you are working for the Post Authority in Apapa, you see ships, engineers coming in dressed like, that was how I was attracted to engineering. One of my uncles said he wanted to send me to UK to do that. Because he said they needed a lawyer in the France and the family. And I said, that is not my line. So that's what attracted me. That's where we are.
40 years on, now you must be a satisfied man, because I also remember that you'll be talking about your 80th birthday, and what's important about that is that you must have had a fulfilled life. Are you satisfied about the performance of Landgrad today?
I feel satisfied in the fact that many engineers and technicians have passed through this company. Some of them are in greater position now. Some of them have their own business, and some of them also have become our subcontractors. And when you have passion for what you are doing, even in hard times, your passion will carry you. That is the essence. And that is what many people don't understand about business. Business is not about making money. It is about giving service.
Engineer Adewolu, you must have had a dream for what the industry will look like 40 years ago when you all started. And indeed, the sector is full of challenges. We understand that. But what is important is that we're making some progress. And recently, the president signed into law the Order 5, the executive order giving Nigerian professionals and engineers the opportunity to play well in the engineering sector. Now, what is your dream for the industry as we speak today, and what was it when you started? Are there any progress that have been made?
As far as we are concerned, what we are going to do in future is that we are setting up a center where we can show people the opportunities available for them.
Engineer Adewolu, I want to thank you again for joining us on Inside Business Africa for today, and also to congratulate you for 40 years of doing business in the engineering sector. That's your area of competency indeed, and we believe that you're doing well. Congratulations. Even on your birthday, we also congratulate you as you celebrate the 80th birthday. And indeed, you are a Nigerian that we will all be proud of, and we continue to see you as a role model. Congratulations again, sir.
Thank you very much.
And I've been speaking with Engineer Adewolu, the Chairman, Chief Executive of Landgrad Engineering, one of the top players in the Nigerian engineering sector, putting in over 40 years in the industry, celebrating what we may call one of the best in the industry. What are talking about celebration? Royal Ceramics, and what you call the West African ceramics industries, located in Kogi State, with operations across the country, recently opened a very important experience showroom center in Lagos. This organization is currently using over 90% of its local raw materials to produce quality products for the Nigerian economy. Indeed, the Experience Center opening ceremony was witnessed by two important personalities, the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Mokunlu, and also the president of the Nigerian Institute of Building, Builder Unduka. They were all there to witness and have a feel of the products coming out of this important establishment. And Inside Business was there. Take a listen to what we brought for you. a foremost manufacturer of tiles and allied products in Nigeria, West Africa Ceramics Limited recently hosted stakeholders across the built environment sector to the grand opening of its mega showroom at the Lekki Peninsula in Lagos. The showroom, tagged Royal Experience Center, was opened by the National President of the Nigerian Institute of Building (NIOB), Builder Kenneth Nduka, with other stakeholders including the National President of the Real Estate Developers Association (REDAN), Reverend Ugochukwu Chime, President Nigerian Society of Engineers (NSE), Engineer Adekunle Mokolu (FNSC), and Director of NTA News Aliyu Baba Barau, amongst others. The top management of the West African Ceramic Limited, led by the Executive Chairman Alhaji Lawa Idrisu and the General Manager Mr. Bashkar Rouse, hosted the event. The chief guest at the event, Builder Kenneth Nduka, while declaring the center open, said the establishment of the Experience Center will serve as a unique distribution outlet of West African Ceramic Limited to serve the housing development requirement of the Lagos Mega City Projects initiative of the Lagos State Government, and meet the appetite of high taste and good quality building materials and finishings by high net worth property development companies and major occupiers along the Lekki and Victoria Island Ikoyi axis of the states.
Today, we have come to celebrate the successful grand opening of the Mega Experience Center by West African Ceramic Limited that will serve as a unique distribution outlet to service the housing development requirements of the Lagos Mega City Project initiatives of the proactive government of Lagos State Government, as well as whet the appetite for high taste and good quality finishes by the high-brow property developers and occupiers along the Victoria Island Lekki axis and beyond.
Engineer Adekunle Mokolu, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, while speaking at the event, praised the ingenuity of West African Ceramics Limited in promoting local content in line with the federal government directive on the utilization of local materials in Nigeria.
I want to congratulate and indeed very happily too and proudly West African Ceramic Limited, a leading manufacturer of ceramic, vitrified and roofing tiles in Nigeria and West Africa at large. By either subsidizing the cost of building materials or cashing it, how better can this be done other than taking full advantage of the enormous local materials available through intensive research and understanding how they will be used for developing decent, low-cost housing. Affordable housing can be achieved, but not much will be done if the status quo remains unchanged. And those of us that are here in this room, we need to partner with this company and ensure that we promote all the products from the West African Ceramics Limited so that in a little way we start changing, and like a little pebble thrown into a lake, the ripple will just continue, and as we keep on throwing the pebble, small pebble, into the big lake, the ripple will never stop, and there will be advancement and of course generation of energy. We can write the decades of wrongs today if we are determined the best time to start is now. Let us turn to local products, both in human capital and natural resources. Congratulations and thank you for your attention.
The happy and highly elated management, accompanied by distributors of Royal brand of ceramic products, building materials, covering flooring, kitchen, bathroom, living room and dining room amongst others, took guests around the products on display at the Experience Center.
Could you experience house. So the tile quality and the tile utilization of the tile is very important. The proper tile, if you use in proper place, you will get very good economic and also quality wise. You can see hygienic. These tiles are quality, affordable and durable.
Congratulations, the West African Ceramic Industries Limited, with the manufacturer of Royal brands of products, doing very well and promoting local content in Nigeria and putting products that have high quality into the market. Moving on now on today's edition of the program, let's talk about Inside Business Africa's organized event that took place on the 13th of April. Indeed, it was the celebration of some of the key players in the Nigerian economy, from engineering to architecture to also to manufacturing and logistics. It was the Inside Business Commendation Award ceremony and Outstanding Projects and Leaders Award. Mazi Samo Habuat spoke about what is important in Nigeria today, corporate governance culture and changing the mindset. Take a listen to Who Got What and the report.
Profiles published so you can actually read about them. So we will not be boring you by just reading profiles here, but we'll say one or two things as we call the awardees to receive their awards. We have two different categories here. The first one is Inside Business Commendation Awards. Like I said earlier on, Inside Business Commendation Awards started in 1997 here when we hosted 20 Indian Nigerian conglomerates.
Every citizen as a stakeholder has responsibility and has rewards. Where whatever affects one person affects the other. Whatever affects one section affects the other.
In the construction and engineering sector, technology is evolving very fast, from strategy for selecting the best partner for the project to deploying the required equipment to site. And you know what? The future of construction automation continues to move forward with efforts like constructioneering, a process of managing and integrating survey, engineering, and construction data to streamline construction workflows and improve project delivery. Are you moving forward with the time and technology? Maybe yes, maybe no. Either way, CED Magazine delivers the current and the future information in engineering, construction, technology, oil and gas, and so much more. Want to know more about what CED Magazine delivers? Log on to www.cedmagazinemg.com. Also, you can follow us on our various social media pages. You can also get your printed copy at various newsstands across the country. CED Magazine, reporting and analyzing the industry like no other.
All farmers associations of Nigeria comprises of over 65 commodities associations that brings together, just for us to come together like a body of which other organizations has, like lawyers having their MBA, accountants having their IC or other things. And with thanks to the former president, that was